Okay, this is going to be a video of my 1970 Olds 442, and it is a real 442. I have had the car since 2004. I've had literally every nut and bolt on this car apart and back together for one reason or another. It is not a W31, even though it's got some of the features. But it, as you can see, is a really pretty car. It has pretty nice paint on it. It's not perfect paint, but it's very nice. There's a few little imperfections here and there, but nothing that stands out on it. The car is set up right now in what I would call race mode. I have the radio slicks on the back, which are 29.5, 10.5 radials from Mickey Thompson. Those are actually 30-inch tires, and you can see they fit on there quite nicely. They fill the well up completely, and the car loves them to run down the track with these. It's got a DTS rear end in it, which is basically a real heavy duty 12-bolt GM. It's got Moser axles, 33 spline, and that's got the big forward ends on it, so it's definitely heavy duty. I'll give you a look maybe at the inside real quick. It has a roll bar in it. There's no down legs, so it's a 4-point roll bar, and you can see this comes out real easy. So if you put the stock seats back in, which takes about 20 minutes, you can put the stock seats back in it and take that bar out the back, and you can get in and out and use the back seat just like new. It's got a Pro Stick in a B&M, full manual reverse. It has a trans brake in it, a TH400 with a trans brake. Everything in the transmission is super heavy duty. It's got a gauge package. It has a 2-step for the trans brake and an AFR. Also got a temperature gauge for the transmission, which is handy, especially if you're using a trans brake. You need it. I rarely have ever used that trans brake. I've always foot braked this car, mostly raced it in bracket racing, street bracket, but it will run modified. The car, when it's set up right for it on a good air day, will run 1090s, 120 miles an hour. There's nothing really bizarre going on with the motor. It's got a comp cam in it, comp cam hydraulic roller, 254, 254, 248 exhaust, duration of 50. These are gas lines. There's no power adders on this at all. It's purely naturally aspirated. This is just a cowl seal is all that is. It seals it to this intake, which actually works, and the car loves that cold air coming in from the outside. So it has an MSD 6AL box on it. I mostly use that just for a limiter, rev limiter. Nothing, like I say, nothing bizarre going on. The car is running about 10, maybe and a half to 1 static compression. It runs on pump gas, 93 pump gas, and it runs all day. This car is just as dependable, and that motor is as dry as a diaper. It does not drip not one drop of oil, and it makes, on a good air day, right close to 550 horsepower at the rear of the crank. It'll pick the wheels off the ground. I usually just foot brake it from a dead idle when I'm racing bracket, and it'll pick the wheels up about 4 to 6 inches on an average day. It has these factory hood clips that work. They're kind of neat. I like those. Nothing weird going on anywhere on the car. I drive it all the time, and we actually raced it for probably 10 years at a local track, and we've won and won and won with this car. I mean, it's just amazing. I've got over 70 trophies with this car. We were the local track champion for 4 years in a row, and like I say, it's set up right now for racing. The batteries are in the back. All of this stuff can be taken out reverse pretty easily. If somebody wanted to go back more stock with it. The stock wiring's all still in the car. I've got most of the stock parts for it, and like I say, it's just been so much fun for us. I'm not sure that I actually want to sell the car, but the wife's saying, maybe it's time to think about it. I'm 73, almost 74 years old. And it's getting tough to do some of the things we used to do, but I do love this car. It is so much fun to drive. And like I say, it is definitely a trophy getter. There's no doubt about that. It doesn't matter if you go to shows. My daughter just took it to a show the other day at one of the deputy sheriff, county sheriff department car cruises, and she got best of show with it. So anyways, I'm not trying to boast about it. I'm just telling you, this thing just is a trophy magnet, whether you're racing or showing. And it's just so much fun to take down the road. It drives nice. Everything's tight on the car, no squeaks or rattles, none of that stuff. And it drives just like an Oldsmobile should. And it's comfortable to sit in. And I don't know what else I can say. It's just been a wonderful car. So it does have, like, because the batteries are in the back, I do have the push on and off, but didn't do any damage putting that in. All this stuff can be reversed and it can be put back to stock. I could do it within 2 days. But if you like racing or fooling around, this is the car you want. It is just fun from beginning to end. I love driving it down the road. It's got so much low end torque. I mean, it'll break the tires loose at second gear, 35 miles an hour. It'll just blow the tires right off. And then you put it in third and it'll keep going. Anyways, that's the car. Thank you.